Hi, I'm the Lockpicking Cuber, and in this video I'm going to be having a look at another puzzle lock, and this one is Boaz Feldman's B-lock. The goal is to open the lock, and as always don't use any force or any external tool, just the lock and the key. And there it is, the B-lock. Okay. So I've solved the B-lock 2 before, and I have no idea how different the B-lock is going to be from the B-lock 2. So, before we get started, let's start the clock. There we go. Leave that up there. All right, so once again, as always with the Feldman locks, you've got a nabob padlock, which has been somehow modified, probably internally rather than externally, to be a puzzle of some kind. And we have a key, and it looks like a reasonably normal key to me, and this time it's held on with this sort of elasticated string, so let's get that off. With the fun lock, another one of Boaz Feldman's puzzles, it took me 99% of my solving time just to remove the key from the shackle. So this time I'm glad to see that's not the case. Okay, so I'm going to just do the obvious thing and put the key. Ooh, feels like it doesn't even go in. No, it doesn't. Interesting. Okay. Something is preventing it from going in. So what I can feel is I'm pushing down on the first pin, and then I think I'm just hitting the second pin or something else. Oh yeah, I can even see it. I wonder if you can see. That's probably a little tricky to see it, but if you look past the first pin, you can see there the second pin, which is huge. Stands right up there, so I don't know how that's going to work. That's interesting. Okay, so there's no way we can get the key in with that second pin there, but I noticed this hole, which, I mean, does this hole line up with the second pin? I'm just wondering if I'm supposed to poke this string in through the hole and sort of push the pin down or something, but that doesn't seem very likely. Or do I blow in the hole? Now there's no spring, which is true with the fun lock as well, and the shackle moves up and down a little bit. It kind of catches though. It's interesting. I am convinced that this hole is going to play a significant part because it lines up, I think, pretty much with that second pin that sticks up. I'm going to try... Right, I don't know how to film this, but I'm going to try blowing in this hole. Maybe while putting the key in. Does that make sense? Hang on. There we go, you're going to see the back of my head here. No, okay. It's a nice whistling sound, but, well, I say nice. Makes a horrendous whistling sound. I'm going to assume the key isn't going to go in upside down. No. We've got to do something with this hole, surely. Could it be that you push this in through that hole? Seems like actually it's too thick to go in there. I can imagine it might be possible but difficult. Actually, interestingly, this comes off completely from the key. Not sure if that's necessary or useful. Is there a way I can angle the key so that it will get on top of the pin and push it down? I'm guessing not. I'm just going to move this because it seems like I'm covering it up all the time. I guess another possibility is that you want that pin to drop out, down this way and into this hole, like under gravity even. Try blowing it again in it again. Oh, wow, that was pretty neat. What happened there? I see, it's just the first pin. This is really cool. Even if I don't solve it, this will be worth it for this trick. Just pushing the key in and it jumps out. Yes, it's just the spring on the first pin, throwing the key back. No, blowing is not the answer. I do wonder if I'm supposed to use this somehow. But it's kind of too thick, I think. Unless I push it in the keyway, maybe. Let's see. I guess I'm kind of thinking if I can sort of lasso it around the pin, I can, drag the pin downwards. That can't be the solution, can it? Be pretty cool, but it seems unlikely. Okay, I've got quite a lot of this in there. But how I would get it to loop around the pin, I really don't know. I think that's pretty unlikely. One thing I'm wondering is whether it'll be possible to pick this. I think, yeah, there's probably enough of a gap between that second pin and the edge of the cylinder that you could get a pick in there. Yeah, probably. Try it at the end. What I really want to do is poke something in there. Push down on that pin. But of course I cannot. Because I have nothing to poke down in there. Unless I used a paperclip, which of course I'm not going to do. Because, as it says on the card, do not use any force or any external tool. So I need to avoid that. Oh, that's interesting. Just notice this key has a little tiny, it's a brass key, but it has a tiny little steel pin at the side there. See that? Just there. Does that come out? No. That's interesting. I was wondering if somewhere in the lock there's a magnet that might pull it out. Oh, that felt like a magnet, but it was just the top of the shackle pushing down on the key. That was a funny illusion. Yeah. I do not think there's any magnets in here. What's there? No. Okay. I haven't tried kinds of movements. So I haven't tried the old spinning. Doesn't seem very likely. No noise at all if I keep my finger on the shackle. I'm really intrigued by this. I mean, it's such a tiny little pin, it looks like it couldn't be useful. I don't know how you'd get it out either, given that it isn't just coming out. No, there's no sign that that's going to come out. Okay, for now I'm going to assume that's a red herring. Maybe come back to it later. I have a feeling it was sticking out more than it is now earlier, but maybe not. Maybe I just imagined that. Okay, so that kind of spinning. spinning. So somehow I have to get that pin to drop down. I mean, I assume that's the trick here. Push that pin down. Can't push it down just using the key, because the tip of the key just presses against the pin. If you could lift the key up a little and then press it down, that would work, but you can't because the roof of the keyway, you know, the key is up against the roof of the keyway. You can angle it ever so slightly though. Yeah, but not nearly enough. I don't think so anyway. I feel like if I just jiggle it up and down it might eventually go in, but that's probably not the solution, is it? No, I don't think it is somehow. I wonder if there's a sort of removable plug here. Could I unscrew it or something like that? Doesn't feel like a complete... Oh! I'm just suddenly thinking, sometimes to get something to grip, you want to put like a rubber band in it. And this isn't exactly a rubber band, but it's a piece of rubber, I think. Just wondering if this is meant to go in there and help turn this thing. Oh, but it would be anti-clockwise, right? Not clockwise. Is that at all possible? I don't know, it seems a bit far-fetched, honestly. But I'm at that point now where I want to try far-fetched things because I've tried everything obvious I can think of. I don't know, I don't see that coming out really. If I try just whacking it that way, probably have, but I assume everything is as it seems, you know, that the shackle is one solid piece, the key is one solid piece. I haven't actually tried, although I do have this funny little pin in here. Oh, it did come out a bit, look at that. Can you see that? That pin is just jutting out now. Oh man, is this it? Oh look! Ha 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 ha! That is so ingenious. I love it. Okay, now I push this in here, right? To push that pin down. Yeah. Okay. This is very cool. So, get the key lined up. Get the pin in there. Okay. Is that it? No. There. Oh, but it still won't open. Come on. I got the key in all the way, but it still won't open now. Do I have to do something else here? No, I don't think so. Okay, wow, this is clever. What else do I need to do? Pull it out. Oh, there we go. Just had to pull it out a little bit. Yay! Very cool. Okay, that's definitely the best Boaz Feldman lock puzzle. I think most satisfying. Took half an hour. Very, very cool. I like the fact that you get little clues, you know, the existence of this hole, the fact that you can see that second pin sticking up. I mean, I guess if you knew nothing about how locks worked, that might not mean anything to you, of course. and then that tiny little dot, which was just barely visible. That's very neat. Can I close that now? No, I need to repeat the process to get the key in so that I can get the shackle back in. Then I'm going to have a quick go at picking it as well. See what that's like. Okay. So the key has to just come out a little bit, then it turns, and then it closes. There we go. And then this rod goes back inside the key. Wow, that's kind of amazing. I love that. Can you see it? Yeah, there it is. Really tiny. And then this goes on here. Okay, good. Well, the string was irrelevant. It was just for keeping the key attached to the lock. There we go. So, all right, let's just see if I can rake this open. I'm just going to use the top of the keyway tension tool there, and a wave rake. And let's see. Oops. There we go. I've got that open. Closed again. All right, so anyway, that was Boaz Feldman's B-lock puzzle. I think so far it's my favorite of the Feldman family puzzles. I recommend it. That was very good fun. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. There's various other videos I have of me solving Boaz Feldman puzzles as well as other lock puzzles as well. So do subscribe if you want to see more of these kinds of things. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.